Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hope everybody's having a great week for you guys. This will be for Thursday, and I'll be having a second video shortly after this video. That I'll probably let this video linger for a little bit before the second video will come up. I know recently I have not been the best YouTube content creator. I've been kind of spotty. A lot of NBA discussions, talks about the NBA champions, the Denver Nuggets, and a bunch of NBA discussions of recently. Not a whole lot of gameplay. Really, the last gameplay that we really had was NBA 2K23 My Career, which we ended up going to the Golden State Warriors. Never really got back into 2K23 after that. But back come this September is 2K24. Of course, I'm going to get the Ultimate Edition because it comes with the NBA League Pass. It comes with a bunch of VC packs, My Career apparel, a bunch of other goodies. So I will definitely be playing 2K24, and My Career will be once again the mainstay of the channel once that does come up in September, beginning of September. So we have roughly a month. Before that, though, we will be doing a new Pokemon Nuzlocke challenge. I had a brief discussion with Zach about the Pokemon Nuzlocke challenge, and we're going to be calling the Pokelocke. So when in turn, the regular rules of course apply for the Nuzlocke. You guys will know it down in the description. I don't really want to go into too much detail because you guys already know what Nuzlocke, really in turn, what you're supposed to do during those Nuzlockes. The concept of the Pokelocke, though, is that I'm going to be starting in Gen 1 and working my way through Gen 9, doing randomizing versions of those generations, starting with Kanto. That if I were to go and let's say I get a Bellsprout as one of my starter Pokemon, I have the Bellsprout, the Weeping Bell, and Victory Bell line locked for during that Nuzlocke, and that if the Bellsprout were to survive through Gen 1, Bellsprout will be available through the rest of the generations until it faints. If the Bellsprout line does, if I had it as a Bellsprout, a Weeping Bell, or a Victory Bell, and in any way it dies, I will not be able to use it for the future generations. So Pikachu, for an example, if I were to go and get Pikachu in Generation 1, I will not be able to get the Alolan version in Generation 7, so it's going to be quite tricky. The idea is that for every Pokemon that I catch, I'll be able to possibly in the future add it, which I'll go into detail with that here soon. The party itself for the next generation, so I go and I have a full party for Generation 1. Going into Generation 2, I could go then, if I get the first badge in Generation 2, the party that's in Generation 1, I can add one member from that generation into my party. So if I have a full team of 6 in Generation 2, I can then add that Pokemon from my party into the PC, or I can add them to my party in general if I'm not filling in the Pokemon in my Generation 2 party. I can then switch them out, but I have to get I have to collect badges to add the party members. And if there's Pokemon on my PC, I have to get all 8 badges before I can start adding those Pokemon that are in the PC. Or if the Pokemon faint, I can then go into the PC and get a Pokemon from there, but I have to collect badges before doing so. So that is the general concept. I know Zach had messaged me a couple nights ago, and I liked his idea too. Let me look this up real quick. Messages. Let's look at Zach. Only one legendary per game. If it dies, you are now allowed to get another in that game. So that is a great idea, because it being a randomizer, normal to normal statics, and then legendary to legendary are randomized. So it could be I'm going to go to the Zapdos encounter, which is the easiest to get. I plan on going to that one first, and that'll be my only legendary Pokemon. It could be a Mewtwo, it could be a Moltres, it could be Articuno, it could be Mew. And then it could also be Zapdos. It could just randomize right into Zapdos once more, but it's kind of rare for that to happen. but I can only have that one legendary, and I do love that idea. The Pokemon that I do not capture, that, because you only have so many encounters per Nuzlocke, you only get one Pokemon per encounter. The Pokemon that I did not capture, they will be available also in Generation 2. So that's the general concept. We might go into more detail in the start of the Nuzlocke, the Pokelocke, starting today. Shortly after this video is uploaded, I'll probably start working on that video and having some fun with that. If you guys have any more rules that you guys would be interested in seeing, leave your comments down below of some more rules, some punishments if I were to white out, because I know it can get a little bit hazy, because then I can go and just start over and over and over and over again, and it kind of defeats the purpose, because you have up to 151 Pokemon, but we only have so many encounters available, and all of a sudden I get to the 6th gym, I lose about 30 Pokemon. That's 30 Pokemon less. If I were to lose all the Pokemon in Generation 1, that's 151 Pokemon out of the 1,000 Pokemon that are available through all 9 generations. This is pretty dicey. We'll have to see how things play out. Eventually, live streams will be coming back. More than likely playing Radical Red. I know the man Shady Penguin, he has been playing the crap out of it with his subathon. Vinny, Dylan has been playing it now. There's a lot of people that have been loving this Radical Red. The newest version, I guess, 4.0, brought in Generation 9, which it sounds very intriguing. I played Radical Red briefly. It's pretty fun. And so, if you guys are interested in seeing that as a live stream, leave your comments down below, and I will definitely consider doing that as a live stream here very shortly. And that, again, September is where the main cream of the crop begins of more NBA talk, NBA 2K24. Also, this is a video update, also just in general about, which, actually I'm going to end the Pokemon talk right here, which is about roughly, goodness gracious, I cannot see the time. It's about 7 minutes in. So I'll probably put that as in the description of what time the Pokemon discussion in about 7 minutes and 30 seconds. That I'm gonna try to keep this about 10 minutes long. I did end up getting a PS5. So the graphics, the storyline for I'll be doing the city. I'll be doing different stories for the city for the next generation. If you guys would be interested in me doing some of the PS4 content, leave your comments down below about, or not right now specifically, probably whenever 2K24 comes out. I'll probably ask then if you guys would want me to do some PS4 content with it, because I know you guys have been loving and have continued to love me playing the PS4 version, especially when it comes to getting that shoe deal. You guys, that's one of my biggest videos every year, the past 2 years. You guys have been blowing it up pretty much every single day. That 2K23 video is just getting a bunch of views every single day. It is by far my most viewed video, about 5K, actually well more than that. Probably is closer to 7K by now. It is unbelievable. Outside of that, I got a couple other ideas that probably in the future I will consider doing. Right now, trying to figure things out financially, but eventually I will get into some new type of content eventually. But with all this being said, guys, I'm going to leave this video right here, and I'll talk to you guys later.